Guys, this is my favorite way to do a far side arm lock from the side control. We start here, we're in the side control. I want to get my partner to make a mistake. So one of the best ways we can get someone to make a mistake is to put them under pressure. One of the best ways to put somebody under pressure is knee on belly. So if I'm sitting here, I like to put my hands on the mat. I'm going to start to come up. Now the key here is whenever I go to knee on belly, I don't want to leave a huge gap. And then, yeah, because he's going to get his knee in and block my knee on belly. A really good tip is right before I go, I'm going to bring my own elbow up and across my partner's waist. This is a good thing to do because it's going to block his thigh from coming back and bringing his knee in. As I come up, I'm keeping that bracing against that thigh, and then I can slide my knee right up to my partner's belly, and then we can post up here. I got my head over my knee, which is putting weight. My partner, a lot of times they'll make the mistake of putting their hand on your knee. If you ever see this little gap right here, this is our chance for the far side arm lock. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna capture this arm by reaching palm up, catching my partner's tricep. Now, this is where it starts to suck for my partner. He is trapped now. I'm gonna make sure I secure this arm. So I'm gonna grab my partner's head. I'm gonna start to pull them towards me. I bring the knee off the belly. I drop my elbow onto the ribs. And now I'm sandwiching my partner's arm. My elbow and forearm is on my partner's ribs, which is uncomfortable. I am driving my body weight into the top of his arm, into the top of my wrist, and creating a little sandwich here. If I tripod like this with my head down, my partner's arm is stuck. It'll be very difficult for him to get out of this. And now we can start to make our transition around to the far side. When I do, I like to always put my hand on the floor first. I put my hand on the mat. Now guys, the next step, I'm gonna bring my two knees, one to my partner's mid-back, one to my partner's stomach. When I'm in this position, guys, now, I have him trapped. I'm gonna make my transition. I'm gonna turn and get myself into the arm lock position. So I'm gonna rotate, slide my knee up into my partner's armpit, and sit into the arm lock position. A lot of times they'll lock their hands right here. All I'm gonna do is now I can throw my foot over the body, and now we just have to work to separate the arms. My favorite way to separate the arms, especially on a strong guy, is I take my arm that's near the legs, I reach through, I'm gonna pull my partner's elbow off center into my hip pocket. This is gonna bring my partner's elbow down and give me the opportunity to angle my partner's arm like an Americana. I go elbow deep at the wrist, and now I'm just gonna fall towards my partner's head. If you see his arm starts to bend like an Americana, no matter how hard he holds, we're working against the rotator cuff muscles. It's very difficult for him to resist this. So I use my falling body weight to separate that grip. Now we collect the arm, straighten it out. We got a nice arm lock. So I'm here, I got my partner in side control. I'm gonna start to bring my elbow across the waist. I hop up to a knee on belly. Big mistake. Palm up, I reach through, I capture the arm. I pull my partner up onto his side and I drop. Tripoding, sandwiching his arm, my elbows into his ribs. It's very uncomfortable. Let's turn a little bit. I'm gonna bring my knee up to my partner's mid-back. Notice my knee is not on the floor. I think the biggest mistake people do when they learn this is they come here. Now, whenever I go to turn, my partner's gonna end up laying on my leg. That's no good. With my knee up, it's already in his armpit. So I make my turn and pivot, and I sit. You can see my knee is in a good spot. From here, I like to throw my foot over. Now we're in the arm lock. Pull the elbow off center, elbow deep at the wrist, fall towards the head, separate the hands, arm lock.